Did you know that the role of Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings was initially offered to Nicolas Cage? Fun facts. In 1836, a sewer worker accidentally discovered an old drain which ran directly into the Bank of England's gold vault. When penguin mothers lose a chick, they sometimes kidnap an unrelated chick. The highest point in Pennsylvania is lower than the lowest point in Colorado. The average mattress doubles in weight over the course of 10 years due to accumulation of dust mites. Coca-Cola was the first ever soft drink to be drunk in space. The Tyrannosaurus Rex had a bite force of around 8,000 pounds, equivalent to the weight of 3 small cars. Neil Armstrong's astronaut application was a week late. If his friend hadn't secretly sent it in, Armstrong would have been disqualified from the Apollo program. The Shawshank Redemption bombed at the box office, but became one of the most rented films of all time. Facebook's blue color scheme is because Mark Zuckerberg is red-green colorblind. In 2015, a Canadian man was arrested after tying over 100 balloons to a garden chair and flying over the city of Calgary. The first toy to be advertised on television was Mr. Potato Head. Snoop Dogg's real name is Cordozar Calvin Broadus Jr. Marlon Brando refused to learn his lines for Superman, so instead read them off baby Superman's diaper. The wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months, recycling urea into useful nitrogen. A rainbow that happens at night is called a moonbow. Chocolate milk was once sold as medicine for various illnesses. Sir Isaac Newton's famous apple tree is still alive and growing at his childhood home. Bill Bowerman, co-founder of Nike, created the waffle sole shoes after seeing his wife using a waffle iron. The scream of the howler monkey can be heard up to 3 miles away and is considered one of the loudest animal calls on the planet. Spider-Man once had 6 arms due to a failed experiment trying to rid himself of his spider powers. There is a character called Snowflame who gains the powers of super strength and immunity to pain after using cocaine. In a What If comic, Tony Stark becomes the Sorcerer Supreme and wears an enchanted Iron Man suit. The villain Calendar Man bases his crimes on holidays and is compelled to commit them on specific dates. Bizarro World is a cube-shaped planet where everything operates in opposites, and Superman's clone Bizarro leads a backwards life. The inventor of the Super Soaker water gun was a NASA scientist. More Monopoly money is printed every year than actual currency, with over $30 billion printed annually. The inventor of the smiley face symbol was paid just $45 for the design. The United States Air Force lost a nuclear bomb off the coast of Georgia in 1958, and it has never been found. J.R.R. Tolkien was close friends with C.S. Lewis, and they were part of a literary group called the Inklings. Disneyland's Tomorrowland was originally designed to look like a year in the far-off future. 1986, the Cars films were inspired by a road trip that John Lasseter took with his family. Disney once considered building a park dedicated to villains called the Dark Kingdom. The communicator used by Qui-Gon Jinn in Star Wars The Phantom Menace is a redecorated Gillette Lady Sensor Excel razor. Epcot's Spaceship Earth weighs about 16 million pounds, more than 3 times that of a space shuttle fully fueled and ready for launch. Stephen Hawking once threw a party for time travelers, sending out invitations after the party had already happened. The oldest known sample of the smallpox virus was found in the teeth of a 17th century child buried in Lithuania. Elvis Presley didn't write any of his songs by himself, despite having over 600 song credits to his name. The ice cream cone was invented during the 1904 St. Louis World's Fair, when an ice cream vendor teamed up with a waffle vendor. Brad Pitt voluntarily went to a dentist to have his front teeth chipped for the role of Tyler Durden in Fight Club. Wolverine was once vampirized and led a vampire army against the X-Men. Captain America's original shield was triangular before it was replaced with the iconic disc-shaped shield. The Joker once served as the Iranian ambassador to the United Nations, providing him diplomatic immunity from Batman's interference. Iron Man once used a modified suit, the Thorbuster, to fight against Thor. The Punisher once became an avenging angel for heaven, complete with supernatural weapons. Approximately 10 to 20% of U.S. power outages are caused by squirrels. The oldest known customer complaint was written on a clay tablet in Mesopotamia 4,000 years ago. The word alphabet comes from the first 2 letters of the Greek alphabet, alpha and beta. Most Disney characters wear gloves to keep animation simple. Lady Gaga wrote several hits including Born This Way and Poker Face in just 10 minutes. Subscribe!